Hello and welcome to the third video in my Making Brown with Arctic Fox series. Today we're going to be looking at Phantom Green with Wrath and Ritual. So in case you haven't seen my last two videos, we're using the method of mixing the two colors across from each other on the color wheel. My first video I did purple and yellow. My last video I did orange and blue, so this video is red and green. Now, technically, there is Iris Green and Neverland as well from Arctic Fox. I did try mixing those with these reds, and I pretty much got grayish colors. And Poison is also a shade of red from Arctic Fox, but that one is a little bit too orange for this video. I don't want to get too excited, but based off of how these mixes swatched on my paper towel, these might be the best ones yet, but I won't jump too far ahead of myself. Today I decided to use stars, very terribly drawn stars, to indicate what swatch is which. So since they're both stars, they're both going to have Phantom Green. The black star will have Ritual, and the magenta, purple, pink star will have Wrath. So for our first mix, it's going to be 1 part Ritual to 3 parts Phantom Green. For the second mix, it's going to be 1 part Wrath to 6 parts Phantom Green. Before I go, I do just want to say that even in the bowls, these kind of mixed to a slightly more grayish brown look, but from what I've found so far from doing these videos, the reddish tones in the dyes tend to take really well to the hair, so I mixed them to be a little more neutral than maybe I normally would have, banking on the fact that the red might take better than I anticipate. So if it's looking gray on camera, that is also why. So I'm gonna let these sit for about 3 hours. I will rinse them out and we'll jump right into befores and afters. So we're gonna jump right in with Ritual mixed with Phantom Green. Now it's funny because I wasn't originally even going to mix these two together because I thought Ritual was gonna be a little too dark and smoky, but Phantom Green is pretty dark and smoky too, so I don't know what I was thinking, but I mixed them together just out of curiosity and I got a brown quite easily. And spoiler alert, I would say that out of the two, this one turned out a little better because the other one does lean a little bit more red, as most of my swatches have so far. Out of all of the browns too, I would actually say this is the best one because it doesn't lean as red as most of the other ones have. So of course, if you want me to do a video on this mix where I swatch it on all the swatches and everything, feel free to let me know. And now we're going into Wrath mixed with Phantom Green. So like I said, this one leans a little bit more red, but it still turned out quite nice and I'm pretty happy with this outcome. These videos have made me realize that there are not really many perfect opposites within the Arctic Fox line. So the color wheel theory doesn't work as well as I wanted it to in some cases, but that does inspire me to possibly make a 4th video in the series where I just kind of play around and mix dyes myself using the knowledge I now have from my past 3 videos to make a few different shades of brown. If you're interested in that, let me know. I don't know how quick that would come out because it would take a lot of time and swatching, considering in the bowl these dyes often look quite different than how they were taking to the hair. But if that's something you want to see, I will definitely get on that. I was saying a while ago that I made myself a mossy green because I feel like that's kind of a hard color to find. If you want to know how to make that, feel free to request it, or any other color. And if you have a brand preference, that's always helpful too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped. Again, if you have a request, I also have a link below to a Google form you can fill out. Just remember, I only do brands that do not test on animals. Thank you so much to my patrons, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.